I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you are a regular visitor here. And if this is your first visit, welcome to you. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe. So now we've got that bit out the way. This is the short heads up video for the sign of Virgo, whether that's the sun in Virgo or the rising sign, also known as the ascendant. And it's for all the astrological information you need to know about what is proving to be the most amazing month ahead, March 2023. Do we have to beware the Ides of March? I don't think so. I think we have to welcome in March with a fanfare because the shifts and changes are extraordinary. This is the month we will look back on and go, that's when it started to change, when we saw the first signs of new energy, of new earth, of new seeds sprouting. Let's have a look first of all at your 7th house of relationships, because this is Pisces. And on the 2nd of March, Mercury, your ruler, will be in this part of your chart. Now, Mercury, as you know, is the sign of communication. And in the 7th house, it's going to bring a lot of interaction with your nearest and dearest, whether you're in a close personal relationship or not. Sometimes Mercury can bring back into one's life someone one hasn't seen for some time. So it could be that you hear from someone who is a past love or an ex that you don't mind hearing from. I don't feel that it's an ex that you don't want to hear from. This is an ex you don't mind hearing from. And so nice energy. And, you know, Pisces is one of the signs that we're really going to be putting on the map with the energies that are going to unfold this month and this year. Then Mercury will actually move into your 8th house, Aries, on the 19th. And there it's going to be bringing information to you and communication about finance, about investments, pensions, anything of that nature, tax that needs to be paid, and also anything that involves joint financial arrangements. But let's look at what is going to be a most powerful day of the month this month, March the 7th. First of all, the full moon is in your sign, Virgo. This is your full moon. This is about your identity. This is you saying, enough. If you don't like the way I've been, if you don't like what I do, then too bad, because this is me, this is the new me. So this is you not taking any prisoners and not taking any SH1T from people. So interesting energy. But the most important part about March the 7th, and you're waiting there for me to say it, aren't you? Yes, Saturn. Saturn, my big outer boy Saturn, our planet of restrictions, boundaries, timing, rules, commitment, moves into your 7th house, Pisces. This is going to be a game changer for your relationships. Virgo, if you've had any trouble with relationships, if you're in a significant relationship that has been going through hard times, this will actually solidify it. This will secure it. This will, in some ways, it's make or break. Any relationships that are on really shaky ground could fold up with this energy coming into this part of the chart. But also, as I say, relationships that are also shaky could be secured with this energy. These planets are kind of neutral. It's how we work with the energies. So you have to decide if you're in a relationship that it hasn't been working very well. How does it serve me? You know, you're the house of service, Virgo. Does it serve me for this relationship to not be in my life? Would it actually be better if I was on my own? And counter to that, maybe I have to look at my side in this relationship. Maybe I've also not been giving enough to secure it. So there are so many ways we can look at these energies. The other thing is that if you're single and looking, Saturn can bring in something or someone that it becomes a committed relationship, strong friendship. That can be a business partnership too. So make the most of Saturn in Pisces. It's going to be here for nearly 3 years. I've just experienced Saturn in my 7th house in Aquarius as a Leo ascendant. And I've really enjoyed the commitment it's brought for me and the clarity about certain relationships. Some I've drifted away from, some I've embraced, but they've probably all changed. And in many ways, there's been a growing up in general of that kind of relationship status. It's also brought me solidity and security in business relationships. So I use this just to help you, Virgo, see what you can expect. Let's also look at what's going on in your 8th house, Aries, because this also is going to be significantly under the spotlight this month. Chiron, our wounded healer, has been in this part of your chart for a while. And on the 12th, Jupiter, my big outer boy Jupiter, our planet of expansion, luck, opportunity, is going to be conjunct Chiron, our wounded healer. So on one level, this might flare up any anxieties you have about change, about financial things, about joint resources. So be mindful of that. Try not to get caught in any paranoia around what's happening, because whatever might be going on in the outside world, on the world stage, with the world economy, try not to let that get inside you and unnerve you, because, you know, Uranus in Taurus is always going to bring these fluctuations. So 1 minute it's all going to be good, then it's all going to be down. So just be patient with that energy. So Jupiter expands these feelings, but it's also the planet of luck and opportunity. So that it can actually, in this part of your chart, bring a windfall. That would be cool. That would be nice. So maybe an investment or a pension that you've forgotten about, and you're going through all your old papers and you find it and you think, oh, that'll do. I'll have some of that. So that could also be some of what this energy is about. And then with the focus staying on your 8th house, Aries, we have, of course, on the 20th, the spring equinox. And I will be doing a separate video about the spring equinox, as I do about Saturn entering Pisces. I don't know if I mentioned that. So there will be a separate video about that. So with a much more expansive look at it. And also on the 20th, we have the start of the astrological new year, because the sun will move out of your 7th house, Pisces, and move into the 8th house, thus bringing light and clarity to anything you've been concerned about with finance and joint finance. So it'll settle things for you. The new moon is the following day in the same part of the chart, Aries, on the 21st. So lovely new opportunities to change things and make things work better for you with regard to, as I say, anything of a financial nature. So let's see what else is happening, because also on the 21st, Venus, our lovely planet of love, relationship, beauty, can also be finance as well, and money, and self-worth. Venus is in the sign it rules, Taurus. This is a super good placement for it. And it's going to be conjunct the North Node, which is our destiny. And that's in the part of your chart, the 9th house, that is to do with long distance travel. So it could be that you start to think seriously about planning a longer trip away. Something that has a kind of almost karmic feel about it. Maybe you're planning to go somewhere, to visit somewhere that really means something to your soul. It rocks your soul. It rocks you to the very core of your being. Venus will then, by the 30th, move up to be conjunct Uranus, our big outer boy of explosions, of the unexpected, of innovation, of freedom, also in the 9th house, Taurus. And so when Venus is conjunct Uranus, I think what's going to happen is, with anything that you have been studying, anything that you've been learning, you are going to have an amazing, oh my God, that's what it's about. A recognition, an awareness. I really feel that strongly with this energy. And then, of course, finally, before we finish your reading, we have to look at our other big boy, who is actually only a dwarf planet, our planet of transformation, our planet of beginnings and endings, of power, Pluto. And Pluto, of course, has been in Capricorn in your 5th house for some time. And it's now moving into Aquarius, your 6th house of your day-to-day routine. Whoa, things are going to change. It won't be fully until the end of 2024 that Pluto will fully be in this part of your chart. And boy, are you going to notice a shift in your routine. Your routine is going to completely change. And that could be for many reasons. You leave a job, you get a new job, you finish a project, you start a new project. You change everything around in your life. But Pluto is going to significantly change your life in the sense of your workaday routine, and that's going to go on for the next 20 years. So that is super interesting energy. That's on the 23rd, and I will, of course, be doing a separate video about Pluto's move into Aquarius, because it is so big. The other thing that you have to look out for when Pluto moves through the 6th house, which of course in the zodiac wheel is a Virgo house, so it's kind of like your house, is that it can highlight health issues that we need to pay attention to. So if things crop up, it's really important with this energy that you nip whatever it is in the bud. Don't let things kind of fester. Deal with them straight away. Then you can't get any nasty surprises or shocks. So that's one thing that can happen. And it's, you know, it's terribly transformative energy. I think, Virgo, if we go back to this full moon that we've got in your sign on the 7th, when Saturn moves into Pisces, your 7th house, this is the year and this is the month which is the game changer. You really are going to notice things shifting enormously. It may not happen this month, but I think what helps is for you to have that optimism and hope and knowledge and knowing and trusting the faith that the cosmos, the divine, has your back and is on your team and actually wants you to have what you want. On that note, I'll finish your reading. So thank you so much for joining me, Virgo. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share, and all those wonderful things. And all of you that have done some of those things, all of them, or none of them. If you haven't done any of them, then it would be lovely if you could do one of them. But in the meantime, I jest. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the support you all give me for my channel. It means a lot. And I hope that doesn't sound schmaltzy, because I don't intend it to be. It's genuine gratitude on my part, because you have changed my life. You have been my Pluto in my 6th house, which is where it's been for the last 15 years or so. So interesting, eh? So on that note, thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.